Some people 1. Seriously misinterpret the third of the Ten Commandments, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain," to mean not using the name of the Lord except during prayer, and 2. Think the name of their God as God. Furthermore, they fail miserably to understand that O and are human constructs. If you know that God and GD are the same thing, so does God, GD. Some Jews do this, which is bizarre to me, because the name of the Jewish God is not God. They also use Hashem to replace God. Again, serious flaw in thinking. A name is something that uniquely identifies someone. If Hashem uniquely identifies the Jewish God, then Hashem is a name of that God and doesn't solve the problem. So, turn to mysticism. Some people believe that the true and only real name of the Jewish God, whatever that might be, because it's not as obvious as you might think, has some mystical property. It's an effing name. It identifies someone. It's visual letters and/or oral sounds. Now, the worst part. There isn't a single Jewish God. Jews are an aggregate of people who believed in different gods, including but not limited to El Elohim and YHWH or whatever. This isn't obvious in the Tanakh, what the Christians have poorly translated into their Old Testament, because the Hebrew Tanakh is itself a somewhat mistranslated version of the original, which was written in multiple Aramaic languages and multiple dialects of those languages. When poorly translated into Greek and thereafter Latin and then English etc., the names for the gods were all translated as the generic word for God in the respective language. The Hebrew version retains the names, but they were moved around a bit. When you read the Tanakh in its original languages, it's obvious that each of the passages concerns only one of the various gods and that different passages concern different gods. Scholars have done a good job of identifying the stories and theology of each of the various gods. I'm not sure what you mean, so please bear with me. If you mean leaving the letter O out of God, making it GD, that's a simple mistake in spelling, or that aggravating autocorrect crap. If you mean when people say, "Oh God," or the big no-no, God D******, as a form of speech or excited utterance, it's BC. The Bible specifically says, "Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain." To say these words is doing just that. This is completely disrespectful. If you mean saying God, instead of "Oh God," maybe they feel, though incorrectly, that this is okay. If you mean saying God, instead of "Oh God" at the beginning of a prayer, IDK. I see both as a mere opening, or a signifying to whom you are praying, talking to. I see no sign of any particular respect or disrespect. I've never heard anything about this, and I've used both, and made many prayers in front of groups. In Judaism, the problem is not so much in writing sacred names as in destroying or erasing them. Erasing or destroying something on which a sacred name of the Creator is written is considered an act of desecration, and so observant Jews avoid this. Technically this only applies to the names as written in Hebrew, but doing this to an equivalent in other languages is considered equally inappropriate by many communities. This is why many observant Jews use such spellings as GD, and substitute terms like Hashem, or Hashem, meaning the name, in English. Typing on a keyboard is widely considered exempt from this restriction since the CRT LED screen is impermanent, but I avoid writing English translations or transliteration of divine names out of respect for the sensitivities of more stringent readers.